Mae Eisteddfod Gerddorol Rhyngwladol Llangollen wedi bod yn gweithio gyda Canolfan Cymru ar gyfer materion rhyngwladol dros y 2 flynedd diwethaf i ddod â seremoni Gwobrau Young Peacemakers i'r prif lwyfan yn Llangollen. Calon giro'r Eisteddfod Rhyngwladol yw ei neges heddwch i'r holl genhedloedd. Mae'r Gwobrau'r Young Peacemakers yn ffordd wych i'r Eisteddfod ymuno ar Canolfan Materion Rhyngwladol i ddod at ei gilydd i ddathlu pobl ifanc Cymru sydd wedi cyfrannu at heddwch a dinasyddiaeth fyd-eang yn ei hysgol, ei cymuned leol, neu'n fyd-eang mewn amryw o ffyrdd. Oherwydd pandemig Covid-19, mae Gwobrau'r Young Peacemakers 2020 yn cael ei cynnal nid ar ein llwyfan enwog, ond fel rhan o'n rhaglen Eisteddfod ddigidol Llangollen ar-lein. Rydym yn falch iawn o fod mewn partneriaeth â Canolfan Cymru dros faterion rhyngwladol a diolch iddynt am ei gwaith yn parhau ar Gwobrau, hyd yn oed gyda'r anawsterau diginsail y mae 2020 wedi taflu at bob un ohonom. Ac wrth gwrs, diolch i'r holl bobl ifanc sydd wedi ymuno ar amrywiol categorïau a llawer o longyfarchiadau i'r holl enillwyr. Thank you. Diolch.
Menter ar y cyd rhwng Canolfan Materion Rhyngwladol Cymru ac Eisteddfod Rhyngwladol Llangollen yw Gwobrau Heddychwyr ifanc Cymru. Fe ddatblygodd o prosiect Cymru dros Heddwch a weithiodd rhwng 2014 a 2018 i ymchwilio a rhannu storïau yn ymwneud â threftadaeth Heddwch Cymru yn y 100 mlynedd ers y Rhyfel Byd Cyntaf. The Wales for Peace project uncovered a rich seam of stories which told of the horrors of war and the untiring work of men and women across generations committed to promoting peace, justice and international understanding in Wales. There was the generation of young men snatched from their families to die in the trenches, such as the poet of the Black Chair, Heddychwyr, and those such as George M.L. Davies, who suffered imprisonment rather than disobey the commandment not to kill. We learnt of communities who extended a welcoming hand to refugees and asylum seekers, Belgian refugees during World War I, and Basque children during the Spanish Civil War. We were inspired by the men and women after World War I who worked tirelessly to promote the League of Nations, and by the young people who have been involved in sending the message of peace and goodwill to the young people of the world every year from 1922 up until today. It's years since we have heard from the Welsh children, said a response from Germany in 1946. How it grew dark. We would like to hear from you again. A key aim of the Wales for Peace project was to involve young people in uncovering and recreating stories about Wales' peace heritage, and to inspire them to become the next generation of peacemakers. We know that young people care deeply about equality, justice, and the future of the planet. The Young Peacemakers Awards enables young people to respond to stories and events and express their hopes and dreams for a more peaceful and sustainable future in a variety of creative ways, through art, writing, music, film and performance. Young people's response has been powerful and moving. I mentioned just a few of the contributions received in previous years. A sculpture depicting the plight of refugees and asylum seekers forced to leave their homes and undertake perilous journeys to seek safety. A shirt depicting the horrors of the Holocaust. A composition of barbed wire, mustard gas, and a bullet depicting the horror of the World War I trenches. A joint story about the pollution of the oceans, created by a Year 5 class in Swansea. And a kindness project delivered by a group of Year 9 pupils in Ammanford. We have not been disappointed again this year. We thank all the children, young people and their families who have taken part in the awards and look forward to celebrating the winning contributions. We are also grateful this year to the Welsh sculptor David Peterson, who has created a unique peace trophy to be awarded to the young person judged to have made the greatest contribution to peace during the year. Diolch yn fawr eto I bawb ac I Eisteddfod Rhyngwladol Llangollen. Edrychwn ymlaen at seremoni o'r llwyfan yn 2021.
Helo, siamai, fenw I yw Jacob Ellis ac rydw i'n gweithio I swyddfa Comisiynydd Cenedlaethau'r Dyfodol ac mae'n bleser gen i'ch croesawu chi I seremoni wobrwyo Heddychwyr Ifanc Cymru 2020. Hello there, my name's Jacob Ellis and I work for the Office of the Future Generations Commissioner for Wales, and on behalf of the Commissioner I'd like to welcome you to the Young Peacemakers Awards Ceremony 2020. We've been moved and inspired by the contributions received this year, nearly 60 entries despite the challenges of the COVID lockdown. The entries speak volumes for the energy and creativity of young people in Wales and show clearly the kind of world and kind of Wales young people want to live in, where peace and sustainability come high on the agenda. Many thanks to all those young people and supporting adults that have made this year's awards possible. Of course, in Wales we have the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act. 7 national wellbeing goals. One of those goals, of course, is to have a globally responsible Wales. And that's about ensuring that the actions that we take here in Wales and the decisions that we make take into account that global impact, the global contribution that we want to make. However small the actions here in Wales will have some consequence and some impact on the world around us. And when we communicate and tell people about the world-leading legislation that we have here in Wales, we remind countries and NGOs and other people across the world how welcoming, open and inclusive we are here in Wales, where we have contributed for centuries towards the peaceful and the peace movement here in Wales and across the world. Of course, when we talk about peace here in Wales, we're not only thinking about conflict, but also talking about the types of communities that we want to live in, about cohesive communities, peaceful communities, and of course, peace of ourselves, of our own well-being, and peace in our homes, and all the issues that surround that. So I'm really excited by the contributions that our young people have made towards this year's ceremony and the contributions that they make on a daily basis to remind Welsh Government, public bodies and others of the role they play in ensuring that we are a globally responsible nation. However, that's enough of delay. You want to know exactly who has won and who has put their contributions forward in this year's awards. Heb oedi pellach felly, dyma ni gyda yr enillwyr yn y seremoni gwobrwyo Heddychwyr Ifanc Cymru 2020. Dyma ni felly cyfle I ni wobrwyo ein categori cyntaf ni, sef Dinasyddion Byd-eang, Young Global Citizens. In the first place, yn y safle cyntaf, llongyfarchiadau mawr I Magda Smith, Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. The judges said that we were hugely impressed by Magda's knowledge of global issues and the way she has inspired others and worked with them to take action and make a difference. They said, a fantastic ambassador for global citizenship going forward. Llongyfarchiadau mawr I ti, Magda. Yn ail, in the second place, was Urdd Gobaith Cymru with their neges Heddwch ac Ewyllys da. Fe wynebodd neges Heddwch ac Ewyllys da sydd wedi darlledu yn ddidor ers bron 100 o flynyddoedd her arbennig eleni. Bu raid i'r bobl ifanc gyda chefnogaeth gan Urdd Gobaith Cymru addasu ei neges yn gyflym I fod yn berthnasol I fyd oedd yn diodde gan ac yn ymateb I Covid-19. Mae fideo a neges bwerus I arweinwyr y byd yn mynegu'n glir, awydd pobl ifanc am newid yn seliedig ar ofal dros yr amgylchfyd a llesiant pobl. The judges said that the message of peace and goodwill, which has been broadcast on the 18th of May each year for almost 100 years, faced particular challenges this year. They were impressed by the way the young people supported by Urdd Gobaith Cymru adapted their message quickly so that it was relevant to a world to a world suffering from and reacting to COVID-19. Their video speaks powerfully to world leaders with the clear message that young people would like change based on care of the environment and of well-being. And it's fantastic, they said, that the message reached 9 million people on Twitter and 5 million on Instagram. Llongyfarchiadau mawr i Urdd Gobaith Cymru. Ac hefyd yn yr ail safle, cydradd ail felly, joint second place were Lily Evans, Rhys Thomas, Chloe Barlow and Kyle Lawrence, pupils in Year 8 of Ysgol Coed Cai School. The judges were impressed by the way Lily, Rhys, Chloe and Kyle have worked together to raise awareness and respond creatively to the issues of climate change. Their video demonstrates a thoroughly researched perspective on climate change, which is articulated clearly and critically. An inspiring entry, they said, which shows high levels of collaboration and thought. Well done. Indeed. Well done to everybody who competed, who proposed and collaborated in that category, and llongyfarchiadau mawr to Magda once again. The second category, dadansoddwyr Byd-eang ifanc, young global analysts. And gyntaf yn y categori yma, first there, in this category, Sam Barrett, again from Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. Sam's understanding of climate change is profound and underpinned by independent research and an impressive level of critical thinking. His response to the global issues have been particularly inspiring. Those are the words of the judges. From coordinating strikes to speaking at teacher training events and engaging with community members, Sam has shown he is willing to stand up for climate action and influence others. Llongyfarchiadau mawr ti Sam, well done, congratulations. Yn ail, second place, from Ysgol Cwmrymni, Ffion Griffith. Yn yr erthygl hon, mae Ffion yn ymdrin yn feirniadol ac ar sail ymchwil ar ymateb i'r argyfwng Covid-19 yn fyd-eang a'r canlyniadau tebygol. Gwerthfawrogodd y beirniad diweddglo'r erthygl yn benodol, sef y casgliad mae'r unig ffordd o ymdrin ar broblemau cymleth a greuwyd gan Covid-19 yw trwy gydweithio'n ryngwladol. Daeth ysgrifennydd cyffredinol y cenhedloedd unedig Antonio Guterres i'r un casgliad, nodyn o obeth i ni gyd. In this article, Ffion has taken a critical and well-researched approach to the way the coronavirus crisis has been handled globally and its possible outcomes. The adjudicator particularly appreciated the note on which the article ends, that the only way to tackle the complex pressures created by coronavirus is through international cooperation. And those words were echoed by the UN Secretary-General and is a hope for all of us. Congratulations, llongyfarchiadau to everybody in that category, to Ffion and to Sam. Indeed, young global analysts of today and of tomorrow. Well done to you both. The third category yn drydydd felly, young performer, y perfformiwr ifanc, ac yn cael ei wobrwyo yn y categori yma mae Leah Mererid, cerddor penny gamp yw Leah nôl y beirniad. Mae'n amlwg ac fe wnaethon ni fwynhau clywed ei pherfformiadau ar y piano. Ar ben hynny, gweithred oedd yn dangos empathi a dyfeisgarwch oedd iddi feddwl am gysylltu â hen bobl yn ei chymuned a chwarae darnau o gyddorddiad iddynt dros y ffôn i godi hysbryd yn ystod cyfnod Covid-19. But ddywedodd y beirniad, Leah was like a little candle during this very dark time. I was moved by her music and we always have a little chat afterwards. Dyna hyfryd. It's obvious that Leah is a wonderful musician and we enjoyed hearing some of her piano performances on video. On top of that, the idea to contact elderly people in her community and play pieces of music to them over the phone to cheer them up during lockdown showed great empathy and ingenuity. Fe ddywedodd amdani, Leah was like a little candle during this very dark time. This was from Anne. We've got the name in front of me here. I was moved by her music and we always have a little chat afterwards. Wel, diolch yn fawr i ti, Leah, am gyfrannu yn y maes yma yn ystod y cyfnod anodd i ni wedi bod yn ei wynebu. Thank you, Leah. You know, it's been a very difficult time for many residents across Wales and further afield who I'm sure appreciated an opportunity to escape the dark times that we're in, especially with loneliness and isolation being such a crisis here in Wales as well. So diolch, Leah, and congratulations. Artist ifanc, young artist, that's the next category. Ac yn gyntaf, in the first place, Seren MacDonald, ysgol David Hughes. This is what the judges said. Mae Seren wedi creu poster pwerus a gwreiddiol yn cynnwys nifer o themau yn ymwneud â heddwch ac yn edrych ar broblemau a datrysiadau. Mae'r brif neges heddwch yn sefyll allan megis enfys ar gefndir o faneri yn cysylltu â'i gilydd fel jigsaw. Islaw mae ysgwyd llaw rhwng du a gwyn yn digwydd uwchben darlun o'r byd. Darn gwych o gelf gan heddychwraig ifanc. The judges said that Seren has created a really powerful original poster covering many topics relating to peace and looking both at problems and solutions. The main messages of Heddwch jumps out in a rainbow of colours from a jigsaw of interlocking countries. In the foreground, an interracial handshake over a painting of the world. A superb example of art created by a young peacemaker. Llongyfarchiadau mawr I ti, Seren. Well done. Yn ail, hefyd o ysgol David Hughes, Ifan Roberts in second place, also from ysgol David Hughes, Ifan Roberts. Dyma ddwedodd y beirniad mae delwedd Ifan o'r golomen yn hedfan dros y byd sydd yn syml ond eto yn hardd o ysgeiddig yn dweud cyfrolau am bwysigrwydd heddwch yn ein byd heb ddefnyddio geiriau. Mae manylion y traed a'r pig cochion a gwyrdd yr olewydden yn cyferbynnu gyda ffurdeb y golomen ac yn ychwanegu at harddwch yr hedfaniad delwedd llawn gobaith. Ifan's simple yet beautifully elegant dove flying over a painting of the world speaks volumes about the importance of peace in our world without actually using any words. The details of the red claws and beak and green olive branch contrast with the purity of the dove and enhance the dove's flight. A hopeful, unifying image. Llongyfarchiadau mawr I Ifan ac I Seren ysgol David Hughes, ond yn y drydydd safle, mae Demi Ifan Cyrsau, mae ddewch I fi a fydd rhyw gam ehangu yr enw yn fanna. Demi Ifan Cyrsau, ysgol tir deunaw, a mae'r beirniad yn gweud mae Demi wedi cynhyrchu 2 boster word photo cryf delweddau pwerus sydd yn eich gwahodd I sefyll yn stond ac edrych. Yn yr un gyntaf, mae dwylo wedi plethu yn ei gilydd yn gwthio hiliaeth I ffwrdd tra bod y geiriau gwmpas y llun yn dangos sut y gall caredigrwydd a rannu yr ysegyn rhagfarn. Mae'r ail ddelwedd yn dangos sut rydym yn dal y byd yn ein dwylo, ei ffawd yw'n cyfrifoldeb ni. Demi has produced 2 bold word photo posters, strong images that invite you to stand and look. The first entwined hands push away racism, whilst the surrounding words show how prejudice can be overcome through friendship and sharing. The second image illustrates how we hold the world in our hands and we're responsible for its fate. Yn ola, ond yn heiddi yr un gymaint o gymeradwyaeth, yn y drydydd safle unwaith eto, felly yn gydradd drydydd gyda Demi, mae Marissa Wood, ysgol tir deunaw hefyd. Cawsom gan Marissa 2 ddelwedd word photo bwerus, yr un yn cydbwyso'n dda gyda'r llall, yn y ddau lun defnyddiodd yr artist ddwylo I bortreadu pwysigrwydd caredigrwydd, rannu a chynorthwyo yn y fyd-eang. Roedd y map manwl ar ben y dwylo agored yn effeithiol ac yn aros yn y cof. Marissa entered 2 very strong word photo images that complemented each other, both using hands to portray the importance of worldwide kindness, sharing and helping. The detailed map superimposed on hands was very effective and memorable. Llongyfarchiadau I ti Marissa, I Demi ac I Ifan ac I Seren am eich safleoedd haeddiannol yn y categori artist ifanc. I ni'n symud ymlaen i'r categori nesaf, awdur ifanc, young writer category. We'll move on to that next. And in the first place, in y safle cyntaf, mae Gwenno Lois Robinson. Llawfarchiadau I ti Gwenno, casgliad dwyieithog o ysgrifennu creadigol sydd yma yn cynnwys soned, stori fer, araith ac ysgrif. I ti wedi bod yn brysur iawn, Gwenno. Yng ngeiriau'r beirniad, dyma gasgliad greunus o waith sydd yn cwmpasu'r thema yn ystyrlon a deallus. Mae gan yr ymgeisydd dawn dweud dros ystod ehang o ffurfiau. Llongyfarchiadau Gwenno. Gwenno has given us a bilingual collection of creative writing, including a sonnet, a short story, a speech, and an essay. Gwenno has been very busy during this lockdown period. In the words of the adjudicator, a collection of high-quality writing which addressed the theme in a meaningful and intelligent manner. The writer is able to express herself in a variety of different forms. Congratulations, Gwenno. Yn ail, mae Kyle Lawrence, Caid Cai School. The poem is cleverly devised so that it can be read from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. In itself is an allegory I believe that's how that's pronounced. Forgive me if not. Its main message is one of empowerment. A better and more peaceful world is within our grasp, and it's up to us to ensure that it comes out. Yn gydrodd ail felly gyda Kai Lawrence mae Begw Dafydd ysgol David Hughes. Bardd gobaith sydd ar waith fan hyn, un sy'n sicr y bydd modd i ni weld byd o heddwch, ond sy'n awgrymu'n gryf mae'r unig ffordd i wneud hynny yw trwy fod yn gyfeillion i'n gilydd. Daw ha fi'n lloni wedi'r gaeaf di, meddwl Begw. Daw hapusrwydd i'n calonau ni. Dwi'n licio hwnna, yn fawr. Daw ha fi'n lloni wedi'r gaeaf di, daw hapusrwydd i'n calonau ni. Very nice. There's this poem full of hope, expressing the conviction that a world of peace is possible if we can learn to overcome inequality and injustice and to extend the hand of friendship. Yn y drydedd safle, mae yna gwbl enwau fan hyn. Y gyntaf yn y drydedd safle mae Aiden Macarefi, a ddrwg gen i eto am y cam ehangu. Ysgol David Hughes yn fanna, da iawn Aiden, cerdd fyfyrgar sydd yn llwyddo i ddweud llawer mewn ychydig meddalbeirniad. Mae'r awdur yn gwneud y cysylltiad rhwng trachwant a rhyfel ac yn gweld heddwch yn rhywbeth i ddeheu amdano rhwng ffrindiau a hefyd yn fyd-eang. A thoughtful poem which succeeds in saying a great deal in a few words. Ac eto yn y trydydd safle mae Alaw Roberts, ysgol David Hughes, unwaith eto, cerdd syml ond effeithiol yn mynegu arwyddocad cariad i'r awdur. Mae'r llinell olaf yn drawiadol meddalbeirniad yn cymharu heddwch ac angel yn agor ei hadenydd. A simple yet effective poem expressing what peace means to the author, to Alaw. Great. And lastly, in the third place, jointly with Alaw and Aiden, it's another A, it's Anna Williams, and yes, from ysgol David Hughes. Mae'r gerdd yn dechrau trwy restru pob dim sydd yn codi ofn ar yr awdur. Heddwch yw'r ateb, meddwl awdur, ond mae hi'n awyddus iddo ddod yn gyflym. Digwyddif hynny pan byddwn yn medru gwrando ar ein gilydd. Yn sicr. This poem starts with a list of all the things the author is afraid of. The answer to all these problems is peace. But there's a feeling of urgency at the end of the poem. Peace needs to come quickly, but that will only happen when we learn to listen to one another. Diolch yn fawr a llongyfarchiadau i Anna, Alaw ac Aiden o ysgol David Hughes sydd yn cael ei gwobrwyo gyda'r trydydd safle, i Begw yn ail, gyda Cael wrth gwrs yn ail hefyd, ac yn gyntaf llongyfarchiadau mawr i Gwenno Lois Robinson. Gwenno fe taking the first prize in the Young Writer category. Ac felly fe ddown ni at enillwyr Gwobrau Heddychwyr ifanc Cymru 2020. Nid penderfyniad hawdd oedd hyn yn ôl y beirniad rydym yn ddiolchgar tu hwnt i'r holl oedolion o ysgolion a mudiadau ieuenctid ac oedolion sydd wedi annog a chefnogi'r bobl ifanc a gyflwynodd geisiadau yn ystod y cyfnod anodd hwn. Roeddem yn chwilio yn anad dim am bobl ifanc gwreiddiol a mentrus, pobl ifanc gyda gweledigaeth dros heddwch cydraddoldeb a chynaliadwyedd, ac oedd wedi gwneud gwahaniaeth. Cymeron ni mewn i ystyried y gallu i feddwl yn feirniadol ac edrych ar faterion o wahanol safbwyntiau. Rydym yn falch iawn o gyhoeddi felly bod gennym enillwyr heiddiannol. And so we come to the overall winners of the Wales Young Peacemakers Awards 2020. This was not an easy decision to make, and we're extremely grateful to all the adults and from schools and youth organisations and to parents during lockdown who have encouraged and supported the young people who submitted entries. At the same time, we were looking for young people who had shown originality and initiative, young people with a driving vision for peace, equality and sustainability, and who had made a difference. We also took into account the ability to think critically and look at issues from different perspectives. On that basis, we're glad to announce the following winners. Yn y drydydd safle in the third position, Ysgol Tirdeunaw. Fe wnaeth Ysgol Gynradd Tirdeunaw Abertawe gyfraniad enfawr i'r Gwobrau, yn cynnwys nifer o geisiadau i'r adran gelf a thystiolaeth am brosiectau wneithpwyd yn ystod wythnos wrth fwlio ac ar gyfer dydd y cofio. Roeddem yn hoff iawn o'r fideo greuwyd gan y plant yn dangos sut oedden nhw wedi dathlu'r diwrnod i nodi diwedd yr ail ryfel byd yn Ewrop. Ysgol Gynradd Tirdeunaw in Swansea made a huge contribution to the awards, including numerous entries for the art category, and evidence of projects carried out during Anti-Bullying Week and for Remembrance Day. We love the video collated from images sent in by the children to show how they had marked VE Day during lockdown. Llogyfychiadau I chi ysgol Tirdeinaw. Yn ail, in the second position, mae ysgol Cyfrannu. Year 6 pupils chose to explore Sustainable Development Goal number 16, which is peace, justice and stronger institutions, as a goal they wanted to know more about, as contributing to the sort of world they wanted to live in by 2030. Their work is innovative and wide-ranging. They put themselves in the shoes of refugees and thought about those forced to flee from war-torn countries today. They practiced cooking on rations and explored what it means to have to rely on food banks in their own community. Their explorations led to them from interviewing people in their community to exploring how the legal system works in the UK. This is a brilliant example of young people learning what a sustainable development goal means for them as citizens, locally and globally. Well done. Congratulations to you, Ysgol Cyfrannu. On the gyntaf, in first position and receiving awards here for young peacemakers. Bit of suspense at this point. And yn gyntaf felly, Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. First place to Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. We were overawed by the work of Magda and Sam as climate activists and young global leaders. It was obvious from their contributions that they had been supported and encouraged by their school, and in particular by their teacher, Dr. Gareth Holmes. We thank Ysgol Dyffryn Aman for enabling Sam and Magda to think creatively about climate change, to take action and really make a difference. Ysgol Dyffryn Aman will therefore be the first school to hold the Wales Young Peacemakers Trophy for a year, until the award ceremony this time next year, potentially not virtually in different circumstances, but we congratulate them all on their achievement. Cawsom ein hysbrydoli yn llwyr gan waith Magda a Sam yn arweinwyr ifanc sydd yn gweithredu dros amgylchfyd. Roedd yn amlwg ei bod wedi derbyn anogaeth a chefnogaeth gan ei ysgol a chan ei hathro Dr. Gareth Holmes yn benodol. Diolchwn i Ysgol Dyffryn Aman am alluogi Sam a Magda i feddwl yn feirniadol am newid hinsawdd, i weithredu a gwneud gwahaniaeth. Ysgol Dyffryn Aman felly fydd yr ysgol gyntaf i dderbyn tlws Heddychwyr ifanc Cymru am flwyddyn, tan y seremoni wobrwyo'r flwyddyn nesaf. Rydym yn ei llangyfarch ar ei cyflawniad ac i'r holl enillwyr yn y Gwobrau neu'r seremoni wobrwyo eleni. Mae wedi bod yn bleser cyhoeddi'r enillwyr i chi. It's been a pleasure to share the winners with you in this strange virtual world. So on behalf of the Commissioner's Office, on behalf of the organisers, on behalf of the adults and all the children who will be benefiting from your contribution on a daily basis, congratulations, keep doing what you're doing so we can fight for the Wales that we want.